Hey guys, what's going on? This will be my almost my third year of owning the Novritsch SSE18. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how this thing has been holding up, the performance, just general use and wear and tear over the almost 3 years that I've owned this gun. So this is the original box. It does not look like this anymore. So let's just open this. I'll show you guys. So here it is. As you can see, I've done a few not so tasteful tape jobs here. I have some hockey grip tape around the handle here and some camo on the slide. I've also taken off the orange tip. I had to kind of pry that off. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of mangled from me trying to get that off with a pair of pliers. But the thread is fine. Obviously, the appearance has changed a little bit. The only real cosmetic differences are there's a little bit of the black paint has been sanded down on the fire selector right here, and the sight in the back part of the slide here has been sanded down as well, just a tiny bit, just from general wear and tear. When we get to the magazine, though, this has been like this for a long time. Pretty much since I started using the gun, from constantly putting it in and out of the gun. The paint has stripped over the years, and I actually think this looks kind of cool. Gives it that like worn look. So I don't actually mind it. Another thing with ejecting the magazine, I did have this break on me, partly from user error. I lended this friend to a gun, and I mean, he didn't know. Of course, one extra BB comes out when you eject the magazine from the gun, and that got stuck inside here, and it got stuck right between the eject lever here and the grip. So that was stuck in there, and then I tried to pry it off, and I pulled it this way. And it just snapped. So I actually have that part right here. So that's not that too big of a deal. That's user error, to be honest. When purchasing from the Novritsch site, I think it was about like $3 or $4 for the part itself, and then I also had to buy BBs because there's a minimum purchase amount. So I bought BBs with it, which was a little inconvenient, but I mean, it works fine now. The teardown was very easy. If you look at Novrich's website, you can find all the videos on how to replace all the parts on this, which is very, very helpful. I've definitely been using those over the years that I've owned this gun. So let's talk performance now. I am using the 550 milliamp battery, which is the 7.4 volt. It came with the gun. I think the Gen 1s of this gun came with the battery and the charger here. I don't think the Gen 2s come with that. The Gen 2s are obviously a lot faster. They're generation 2, so you're going to be getting a little more performance out of those. When I am shooting this at 0.2 gram BBs, I'm getting around 210 to 220 FPS. At 0.25 gram BBs, I'm getting anywhere from 180 to 200 FPS. So at the marketed 220 FPS at 0.2 gram BBs, I'm saying it holds up quite well, considering how old this battery is. And I really haven't done any maintenance on this gun besides cleaning the barrel. It still works very well as marketed. All right, let's take a look inside of the gun now. You just push this back part of the slide here in and pull out, and the slide just comes off like that. It is I believe a T connector for the battery, so it's not really standard, but it works. It's kind of hard to find upgradable batteries for these. If you wanted a larger battery, it's going to be kind of hard. You have to do some soldering. But the inside, I mean, it's completely unchanged. The hop-up still works great. The battery connection's completely fine. Barrel, everything. I mean, there's a little bit of like scratch marks here from the slide, like taking it off and whatever, but nothing that impacts performance or even really cosmetic. I mean, you got to kind of look pretty hard to find the cosmetic differences. Now let me talk about a few accessories that I've gotten for these. I'm very budget when it comes to this gun, as this gun was around $100 when I bought it. So, you know, this is not a crazy pistol. This is very entry level. So the accessories that I have for this are pretty tame, I would say. First, I have this tracer unit I got from Amazon for around $35. I think it's from Slang Sports. A few things about this: it's very cheap, so it's great. It has the muzzle flash effect, and of course it lights up the BBs. On day one, when I got this thing, it broke, and I was unable to thread it anymore. So now I have a piece of tape always holding it on here. So as you can see, I can kind of just pull that right off, and it doesn't thread anymore. I'm not sure if that's my fault. Along with that, there's supposed to be a little kind of rubber insert for the on and off switch right here, that goes through this hole right here, and now that's not there anymore because it fell off when it broke. So you kind of got to stick a toothpick or a screwdriver or something down there to turn it on and off. But it works pretty great. It lasts 3 to 4 hours on one charge. You just charge it at the top here with a micro USB. You might need to take off this little rubber thing right here, but it's pretty chill. So that's that for my tracer unit. Now this I purchased when I bought the gun. So I bought the gun and the extended mag together. This holds 100 rounds. It is not metal like the normal like 30 round magazine that comes with a gun. So this is considerably lighter than this metal one, but it's plastic, and you can kind of see the matte effect has been like stripped off in some areas. Not a big deal, really. Sometimes it does feel kind of flimsy. I've had to tighten these screws a few times because sometimes there's some creaking noises here and there, but other than that, it's pretty great. It looks very cool in the gun too. I mean, can't really go wrong with that. Same thing with this. I have tightened these as well because sometimes they do get loose, which not a big deal. Just got to pay attention to that sometimes. For my holster, I think this is like a $25 just random Glock holster from Amazon. You can really get any Glock 18 holster. Fits completely fine, even with this tape on here. Works like a holster. But yeah, this is a very trusty sidearm. I've never had it die on me. Even when I'm playing for 3 or 4 hours, the battery's been pretty good. I mean, I'm not using it constantly because it is a sidearm. I do prefer this over a gas blowback just because it's so much easier to use. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about a lower BB capacity if you don't have those high cap mags. It is way less expensive to use this gun. I mean, you don't have to buy gas. You don't have to buy these crazy mags. I think these are only like $17, and these are probably right around there too. I think these are almost the same price, which is kind of insane. I've had to do almost no maintenance on this. I spent almost no money on this gun, maintenance wise, of course, except for accessories. But I would highly recommend this still 3 years later if you're looking for something far more reliable, but of course less power than a standard gas blowback. Get the SSE18. I think this is a offshoot of the Cyma. I've also heard of the SAI Blue. Those are also electric pistols that I am sure the quality and performance are very similar to these. So no matter what you get, it's going to be very similar experience to this gun. But yeah, that is my 3-year review of the SSE18. Thank you guys for watching.